Friday mornings with your boy Scribbly Bibble Gaming means galactically challenged with my bald head. Let's break this down. Roll the intro.
Scrappy, so give it up.
My dead body.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen of the tribe. How are you all doing? Today isn't fantastic. We have got Jakku First Order Fleet Galactic Challenges, which means it's easy. Fantastic. Let's take a look. The global modifier is last stand. Essentially, when you reach 0% protection, you gain retribution for a turn. It's actually really annoying. And whenever a ship falls below 50% health, they're going to gain defense up. When they go below 25% health, they will gain DI for a turn, which is quite useful, but it seems to only really work for the enemy because they hit like absolute trucks. We've also got the front deflector screen. At the start of each tank turn, they gain potency up, and if they are critically hit, they gain protection up, which is nice. We've got bonuses for the Resistance, officially known as the worst fleet since the Marauders joined the game and has bumped up the endurance to be passable. What this does is stuff. We don't care. Oops. There's my red box just to show that I can do this. The enemy has got Relentless Pursuit. Essentially, when they score a critical hit, they gain protection up 25% for 2 turns, and hunted enemies deal 50% less damage, which means we do no damage, they do lots of damage, and it makes me cry. If they defeat a hunted enemy, they also recover all their health and protection. It's just terrific. So we need to win with 3 resistance ships, we need to win with 1 light side and 1 dark side, and we need to complete the battle after scoring 15 critical hits. Now, the critical hits is actually pretty easy because the game just drags on for so long because they are incredibly tanky. The real case is surviving. We're going to break this down with a couple of teams for you. Let's do this. So first and foremost, we're going to start off with a Chimera lineup. I'm using Empire here, so we've got the TIE Advance, the TIE Bomber, the TIE Fighter, lots of TIEs, and we've got the TIE Defender in our reinforcement with 3 resistance ships. This will get us every single feat. We don't even need to reinforce with one of those resistance ships, certainly not all of them, and you'll get every single feat done. Now, the aim of this is essentially get TIE Defender to carry everything because that's what the TIE Defender does. It's a great ship. If you don't have it, get it. Now, you'll see what I mean about it takes a while. They usually do go all in on your TIE Advanced out the gate, which does kind of suck, but it's not the end of the world. So let's get that foresight when they do an AoE, hopefully giving us a little bit of that turn meter. I'm going to go ahead and call in the TIE Advanced, I think, just to get that target lockout on the Silencer. Now, the Silencer is the most deadly ship here. It is the one that we have to worry about because it's going to be ramping that offense throughout the entirety of the match, and that's incredibly frustrating. Let's actually strip off all those buffs with the TIE Advanced because we don't like it. We've got to reinforce. That means we call in the TIE Defender. Now, they do have Sunfac, which means he is almost perpetually going to be taunting, which is very frustrating, meaning we can't go ahead and start hitting on the TIE Advanced, the Silencer over there. But luckily, our ships are actually quite tanky, which is nice. The good thing about the Empire fleet is that it kicks out a whole boatload of damage, and the TIE Defender in particular, he hits 3 times and has got a high crit chance, so it makes it a lot easier for us. Let's just take a look here. I think it might be worth having a bit of recovery here because a few of our ships are feeling a little bit peaky right now. Fortunately, with the TIE Advanced out on the field, we are going to constantly be having taunt, which is always very nice. Let's go back over here and slap the Silencer once again. We got another stun, isn't that lovely? That buff immunity over there coming in clutch. Ooh, we got the damage immunity on our Imperial TIE Bomber. That is actually, well, it was huge until, you know, he got killed. Again, we need to make sure we focus down on Kylo Ren's ship. He is the one to be worried about here. Now, we can bring in one of these ships and it might be helpful, but I'm actually just going to call in the TIE Defender to assist. You see that triple tap there? All crits as well. Let's also go over here. More crits for us. Yay. And from here, you can basically just control the game as much as you like. We can obviously heal up the full ship, but we don't necessarily need to. Let's have a think. Let's have a think. We don't need to reinforce at all, and that means we don't have to worry about that light side ship surviving. So let's actually just use the basic over here, call in the TIE Defender. It'll do multiple attacks. We'll get that resist down over there. The resist, sorry, we'll get the stun, unresistible stun, thanks to, is it tactical advantage or something like that? I can't remember what it's called. It gets something. Special Forces, that's it. Special Forces is the one. Let's just constantly call the TIE Defender in. Well, it's now got damage immunity, so let's go over here to this first order. As you can see, triple critical hits there, making our lives much, much easier. I could just keep on going bloop. Unfortunately, I don't know what happens with the camera angle every time we call the TIE Defender into assist. It does some weirdness. Let's actually gain some bonus TM here. That was weird. Okay. And you can play this as long as you like. Drag it out for as long as you like. Like I said, we do have the added benefit of being able to insta-kill a unit whenever we want with Thrawn's ability. So, for example, we could just go over here and go bloop, and that gets rid of everybody. I promise you, this will give you all 3 resistance, it will give you light side, dark side, it will give you crits, guaranteed. Super, super easy. But if you don't happen to have the Empire Fleet or the TIE Defender, there are more solutions for you. Team number 2. So we're going to use the exact same principle as before, except this time we're using Malevolence, standard Malevolence lineup with Sunfac, the Vulture Droid, Hyena Bomber, and Spy on the bench, and then any 3 resistance ships on your reinforcement. Again, you don't need to call them in, you do not need to have all 3 on the actual starting lineup, and you don't need them to survive. Well, if you don't call them in, you don't have to worry about them dying for the 1 light side, 1 dark side combination that we're doing. Excuse me, I apologize. This operates much the same way as the last one, but we're really relying on buzz droids to do the lion's share of the damage for us. So let's just start kicking out some damage here. Lovely, get all those extra vulture droids. Silencer is your main target, guys. He is the most annoying person on the planet. So dealing with him lickety-split is absolutely in your interests. Now, he will inevitably just stun people into oblivion, which is obviously incredibly annoying. And there's not a whole lot we can do about that. First reinforcement, always call Spy, targeting the Silencer, and we do the big old hit. Well, we would do the big old hit if we didn't have our the shuttle. Sorry, the shuttle interrupting our ability to take TM or have our TM at the start of the reinforcement. It removes it. Okay. Now we should be in a position where we can actually kill that Silencer. This is really great for critical hits as well, guys, because we have so many assists, so many attacks out of turn. It makes it easier. Let's actually, let's call in Spy here. I want the damage to come through. Boom. Okay, Silencer is gone. Let's just play it cool now. We don't have to worry about reinforcing again. We just need to get those crits. Unfortunately, not a lot is actually... There's a crit, there's a crit. More crits, that's what we're looking for, guys. So, the only thing with the Malevolence fleet is you do have to try and make sure you don't kill them too quickly. So in a situation like this, obviously I could kill the Echelon, but I'm just going to focus on the damage immune character right now because I'd really like him to get another reinforcement in an ideal world, but it looks like we're not going to have the virtue. I didn't count the crits there, so that might not get you the critical hits, but if it didn't, then just take it in again and try to take it a little bit slower. Maybe don't spread buzz droids to everybody. Now, you'll obviously realize that I haven't used any of the meta capital ships like the Profundity, the Leviathan, the Negotiator. Well, technically now with the Marauder, yeah, a little bit. Profundity, Executor, and Leviathan. Those 3 ships, well, I don't know about the Leviathan, but certainly Profundity and Executor can absolutely get it done. Going in with a Rebel lineup with the Profundity will be an absolute doddle, ladies and gentlemen, an absolute doddle. They do so many attacks, and they are just made of crits. So you certainly won't have to worry about, you know, whether or not you can chew through the enemy team. Loads of attacks out of turn, loads of crits, especially with Han's Millennium Falcon in there. It's got real high crit chance and lots of attacks out of turn, which obviously will ramp up the amount of hits that you're doing. The Outrider itself, it attacks like 14,000 times each time it does an attack, so it's all good in the hood, and we get a pre-taunt, which is nice. So I would start off, again, we want to get rid of the Silencer. Let's do a mass assist over here, and boop, 1, 2 crits, 3, 4 crits. Immediately, one move and we got 4 crits. I mean, it's going to be an easy jobby. This attack over here does 4 times, I think. I can't even see, but there was definitely some crits there. And boop, boop. I'm pretty certain there was more crits. So it's definitely easy. The only thing that this doesn't do is give you a dark side ship. Now I put Phantom on the bench here, but if you just drop Phantom for, say, Houndstooth or something, then you'll get every single feat done in one battle with this team as well. So there are plenty of options for you guys. I'm actually relatively confident that I can just put this on auto and probably win out the rip. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's see what they have. That's an interesting choice to reinforce with. I would imagine the Phantom one is probably a better choice. But who am I to judge? I know that the AI likes to reinforce primarily with tanks first. I do think that the Phantom one should just basically always take priority, as it would be useful. We've even hit our ultimate, so they don't even have their capital ship anymore. It's going to be plain sailing from here. I guess the benefit of using the SF-17 here is that we're definitely not going to do loads of damage, so that's more chance, more opportunities for critical hits for us. All in all, I like it when GCs come around on a Friday and they are easy, you know, no stress GCs, so we can roll into the weekend with a big old smile on our face and we can forget about the worries of the week from work. You know what I mean? Just get ready to settle down for GAC on a Friday night with a couple of brewskis. Come join me on Twitch later. Links are in the description down below, guys. You know it. And that's it, guys. That is Redbox. That is Redbox in like 3 or 4 different ways for you. There are always solutions to these galactic challenges. Just rely on your boy Scribble and he won't steer you wrong. Make sure you like the video, guys. Give me a comment down below. I want to know what teams you used. Have a great weekend. May the Force be with you.